Another dusk settles among the pines, and the sky lowers her jeweled veil. Look, through that green lattice of branches, a single ember burns. Venus, evening star, first spark, last promise. Tonight we gather beneath her gentle gravity. You, me, every beating leaf. Place your left hand on the ground, yes, even the floorboards will do. Curl your fingertips like roots. Place your right hand on your chest. Do you feel that pulse? Forest inside, forest outside. No border at all. Inhale through the mouth, sipping moon sap. Hold. Exhale slow through the nose. Leave a ribbon of mist the fireflies can read. Welcome back to Dove and Serpent Radio, Episode 3, The Green Throne of Venus. This is not a show. This is an undergrowth. Stories sprout here unannounced. Dreams drop like seeds into your palms. Keep them warm, they bloom. Tonight, we court the empress, guardian of gardens, architect of softness, the one who cracks stone with patience and rain. Do you remember the last time you let something grow without measuring it? Let that memory rise, mossy, bright. Touch the petals, brush its thorns. Venus does not separate the two. Breathe with the forest. In for 4 heartbeats. Hold for 2. And out for 6. And again. And again. Until your ribs feel like hinged branches. Your thoughts drift like mycelium. Good. Keep your eyes half-lidded. The night will finish closing them. If the trees had mouths, they'd tell you. Love is relentless, coiling through cracks, lifting sidewalks, turning ruins into orchards. Feel that restlessness stirring behind your breastbone. The brook widens, moon leaves drifting, and listen. Can you hear her humming beyond the rushes? Let's follow the silver thread. Dream 1 begins. The Mirror Lake Bride. Step carefully, friend. The reeds remember every footfall. Moon leaves drift like silver lily pads, and somewhere beyond them, she is humming your half-forgotten name. See how the lake holds the sky, mirror to mirror, star to star. Yet stare long enough and the reflection begins to breathe. Tonight's dream arrived etched on tarnished silver, letters carved with a thorn, thin as frost. Lean close, Let the metal tremble while I read. I stood on a pier of root and bone. The lake was black glass, unbroken. When I knelt, my reflection tilted its head and sang without lips. Beloved, step in. Become the ripple that never ceases. I reached. The surface pulled open, like the eye of a calm animal. Beneath, I saw her, a woman wearing my face as yesterday's mask. White gown woven from river foam, hair blooming lilies of green light. She offered 2 rings, one of water that could not fall, one of ash that could not drift. Choose, she whispered inside my heartbeat. I chose the water ring. It slid across my finger like a second pulse. She smiled, skin folded away into moonlight, and my lungs filled with soft, cold bloom. I breathed the lake like air, tasted every kiss. I never dared. When I rose, morning birds were breaking the darkness into petals. The ring of water remained, a clear serpent circling my hand. A vow to the submerged self. Venus holds up the lake like a bridal veil and asks, will you marry the part of you that waits underwater? 2 rings, water and ash, growth and memory, presence and passing. She chose water. Union that flows yet never spills. Some choose ash, wetting the burn print of loss. There is no wrong choice, only the promise to carry what you choose. Feel right now a cold ribbon of water circling your wrist, imaginary, undeniable, humming. I'm still here, still here. Notice how love here isn't gentle. It invites drowning only to gift gills. That's the Venus mercy, surrender that reveals secret lungs. The frogs chant wedding hymns, and the loon punctuates the vows with longing. No answers needed, only courage to step where the surface bends. Let's leave the bride pirouetting beneath the stars. Water ring gleaming, ash ring adrift. Follow the ripple's edge. Feel wet grass kiss your ankles. The mirror now hangs in the sky, Venus winking through indigo. She has stories of her own, orbiting love and loss, morning and evening. Settle among these roots. Let her speak. Hear that shy path bend left. The ferns glow. The air smells of ripe figs. step lightly. Every root here remembers a promise of love. We are entering celestial lore, Venus, rose of morning and evening. Dawn exhales peppermint and sap pine, and every dew bead catches the star we chased all night. There, through the thinning indigo, Venus still glows, refusing to leave until our eyes adjust. Sit with me. Moss is generous. Feel the hum beneath, its roots gossiping about the night. Venus is a master of costume. Some nights she closes the show. First star of dusk, curtain call. Some mornings she opens it. Lantern of promise above rooster and commuter alike. Ancient watchers thought the siblings were two. Then came pattern, disappearance, bright return, a cosmic inhale, exhale. Remember this when love seems gone. She's just looping behind the sun, gathering stories. Aphrodite drifts ashore on a cradle of foam. Inanna strips through 7 gates to face her own death. Ocean laughs golden water into every drought. Different myths, same gravity. Fire softened into honey. Honey hardened into diamond resolve. Love, they teach, is not kindness. It is insistence. A vine that writes its name into cliff face until stone relents. Draw no spread, just one card from the invisible deck. The empress steps out, wheat in one hand, pomegranates in the other, 12-star crown glinting. In this forest, she trades throne for stump, lets robe moss stain, laughs because dirt under nails means contact. Creation, she whispers, can be gentle and still break you open like a ripe fig. Touch the ground. Some seed down there is pushing rock aside as we speak, with nothing but softness and need. Venus speaks many dialects. Eros, spark across skin. Philia, shoulder-to-shoulder warmth around a fire. Agape, breath offered to lungs not your own. Storge, a dog's sigh, a parent's hum. None outrank the others. Together they twist like ivy up a cedar, each leaf nibbling a bit more sun. Which dialect have you starved? Which have you overfed? Let the question float. Answers perch when you forget to chase them. Every 8 years, Venus draws a 5-petal rose on the zodiac. 5 kisses on the earth's cheek. Hold up your hand. 5 fingers. Open, close, open. Bloom, fold, bloom. You've been part of that geometry since heartbeat 1. Dream of this. Your mistakes are simply petals turning toward light. Nothing wasted, only composted into color. Not worship, participation. Plant something today. Even an idea. Water it with attention. Retire neglect as a language. If you have a name heavy on your tongue, roll it like ripe berry. Taste sweet, taste tang, swallow. Feel roots thread down your spine, anchors made of vowels. Bird song swells. The sun tugs the indigo rug away. See Venus dim? She hasn't left. She's lending her shimmer to the daylilies. The ferns ahead giggle. Look, a shy path curls left. Faint gold motes hover. Fireflies still dreaming. Step lightly. Every root here carries a love letter. Keep your heart lantern high. We enter the luminous grove. The path narrows until only moon dapple and perfume of ripe figs remain. Fireflies bob ahead, tiny lanterns on invisible strings, drawing you deeper between sighing cedars. Each step hushes the crickets. They watch like jeweled witnesses. Branches part, releasing a wave of warm jasmine. The luminous grove exhales your name. Up ahead, a clearing lit by 1,000 living stars. Not torches, not candles. Fireflies woven into silver spider silk. A trembling vault of light. Beneath that vault kneels a huntress. Armor cracked, flank bleeding. Beside her lies a girl who seems poured from moon honey, pulse flickering faint as moth wing. Between them floats a heart fruit, round as a pomegranate, glowing ember gold, thumping once, twice, slow. A river stone altar, a rusted knife, a choice that tastes of iron and roses. You step into the clearing. The huntress lifts her gaze, eyes sharp amber, yet soft with pleading. The huntress in a ragged whisper, "The grove chose you, stranger. Will you share the weight of one heart between 3? Kneel. Place fingertips on the glowing fruit. Its surface is warm dew, soft as petal. You feel 3 heartbeats layered: huntress, honey girl, and your own. They stutter into harmony, then drift apart. The grove tilts, light stretches, shadows ripple like black water. Somewhere a flute exhales a loneliness older than language. Close your eyes. Notice which heartbeat is the faintest. The honey girls, fluttering candle small. Love, the grove reminds you, is triage, tending what falters, trusting what thrives. Now open your palms. The fruit splits, no blade, only will, revealing chambers of glimmering seeds. The brightest seed floats upward, hovers before your sternum, asking without words. You nod. It slips through skin like warm rain, nests behind your ribs. Sudden bloom. Your own heart stings, then swells, doubling its rhythm, pouring light into veins. Your chest glows green gold through fabric. Fireflies orbit you, ecstatic. The huntress gasps. Her wound closes. The honey girl's pulse steadies, honey thickening into blood. Yet the grove is not finished. 2 seeds remain, one bright as dawn, one dark as cedar shadow. The huntress gestures. Take dawn, give shadow. The honey girl's eyes plead. Take shadow, spare dawn. Venus whispers through rustling leaves. Love without choice is sugar without salt. Lift both seeds. Press dawn seed to the huntress's throat. Her voice will sing again, strong as bronze bell. Press shadow seed to the honey girl's brow. She will remember darkness gently, dream truth without fear. And you? The empty hollow where the seeds sat fills with cool wind, room for your own becoming. Fireflies burst upward, tiny comets dissolving into violet smoke. Spider silk threads flare gold, then wink out. Night returns, thick and humble. The huntress rises, bows, the clink of armor repaired. The honey girl smiles, lips glossed in starlight, touches your cheek with her fingers of warm nectar. No words, gratitude thicker than honey. They walk into opposite tree lines. Neither looks back. Choice respected is its own farewell. Where the heart fruits split, one last seed remains, translucent, humming faint. It rises, circles your head like a lazy planet, and slips into your pocket. A promise for later bloom. Feel the pocket warm. A heartbeat not yours, not theirs. Something new. The air cools. Crickets resume their gossip. A faint harp glissando backward. The air cools. Crickets resume their gossip. A faint harp ushers breeze through cedar limbs. Something sweet cracked open tonight, and faint lantern seeds drift upward on our breath. Catch one. Let it settle behind your ribs. Feel it tick there, patient. The forest hushes, as though listening for that seed's next dream. Come, lie back among violet moss, breathe with me. Slow, let the seed glow, pulse, glow. Stay still long enough, and the seed becomes an eye, bright, wide, ringed in velvet antler shadow. The forest tilts. You rise on 4 quiet hooves. Stars scrape antler tips. Dawn pinks the horizon. We walk now into the memory of a stag, his crown heavy with forgotten love. A dream interlude approaches, leading us to the heart of the stag king. Find a patch of moss, or simply close your eyes where you sit. Place one hand over the warm pocket. The seed glows against your palm. Feel it pulse, slow, bright, insistent. We'll breathe with it 9 times. On every inhale, a temple chime slips into the spine. On every exhale, a harp sigh drifts outward through ribs. Cycle 1. Inhale. Let the seed brighten. Exhale. Let the glow seep through your chest. And inhale again. Let the seed brighten. Exhale, let it glow, seep through your chest. And inhale again. See the seed brighten. And exhale, the glow through your chest. After 9 breaths, the seed is no longer small. It's an inner lantern the size of a gently cupped hand. Notice its light leaking through fingertips, green gold, whisper warm. Keep breathing, but soften the count. Imagine the seed turning, first clockwise, then slowing, pausing, now counterclockwise, as if considering time itself. On the counterclockwise turn, it blinks, an eye opening from hibernation. Vision shifts. You see the forest from a stag's height. Blades of grass thick as spears. Sunrise blooming copper behind the cedars. Antlers extend from your brow. Wide, velvet soft, silver etched. They feel heavy at first, then strangely buoyant, like branches catching dawn wind. A distant horn calls, low, mournful, ancient. It's remembering. The seed eye sees a path where none existed, dew-lit, curling between fern and alder, lined with rose-red petals that were not here a breath ago. You take one slow step, hoof finding moss, then another. Each hoof fall sounds like a drum wrapped in velvet. Breathe. Feel the new heartbeat, strong, deliberate, centering sternum and soil. Your lantern heart glows through fur and velvet, illuminating mist. Ahead, in shadows of dawn, moves a shape crowned with antlers tangled in ivy. Taller, old, regal, the Stag King. He turns. You glimpse longing written in the amber of his eyes. A story stirs behind them, heavy with lost names. Take another breath. Seed eye closes, but the antlers remain. You are ready to follow. Stand tall, traveler. The Stag King's path unfurls like ribboned memory, and we will walk it together. Next, we enter the long tail, the heart of the Stag King. Dawn shakes silver dew from fern tips, and a cool hush settles where night once sang. Antlers crest the mist, tall, tangled with ivy, points bright with morning flame. This is the Stag King, monarch of forgetting. Each sunrise, he wakes wreathed in velvet silence, memory washed blank, save for one ache behind the ribs. A hollow shaped exactly like a name he can't recall. You stand beside him, still breathing the seed light behind your sternum. His amber eyes meet yours, curious, not startled. Some part of him recognizes the glow nesting in your chest. Chapter 1. The Hollow Throne. The Stag King turns, hooves whispering over moss. He walks a narrow game trail, tunneling through rhododendron. Follow. Your own hooves sound soft drum beats inside the earth. A hush falls. Birds hold their notes. Branches arc overhead, weaving a vaulted aisle. At trail's end, a clearing opens like a held breath. A throne grown from living oak, empty. Its seat cupped as if expecting a heart. The king lowers his antlers, breathes out a long, low bellow. Not rage, but grief slowed to stone. Behind the throne stands a weather-worn pedestal, and on it rests a crystal coffer, lid sealed with dried rose vines. Inside, faint glow, a heart faint as ember in ash. The king nudges the coffer with his antler tip, then steps back. Amber gaze begs. Your light seed flutters, answering like a moth to lantern. Place both hands now, on the lid. Velvet fades. You're human again. Palms warm. Rose vines curl alive, retract like gentle snakes. The lid lifts. Dawn glints on crystal. Inside, a heart of pale quartz, cracked. Its beats are soft, irregular, memory struggling to ignite. Your seed light pulses faster, glow leaking through shirt cloth. You know what it asks. Offer flame or let crack dull. Choice is yours. Chapter 2. Flame of the Forgotten Name. Cup the cracked heart. It's cool, heavy, tragic. Lift your shirt, press quartz to seed light. Light streams into you from the crystal. First green gold, then blush rose, finally white. The crack seals, beat strengthens. A flash. You glimpse her, woman crowned with antlers of rosewood, eyes bright as noon water, hand outstretched toward the king, then gone. Quartz heart warms, beats sure. Lift it, place within the oak throne's hollow seat. Wood drinks light, rings like distant bell. The stag king lowers his great head, antlers touch oak, light races along bark veins, blooms crimson roses along each prong. In that blush, the king shifts, fur receding, hooves reshaping. He kneels, and where antlers once were, hair dark as river silt cascades over human shoulders. Before you kneels a tall man, copper-skinned, stag eyes now human soft, shining with first-time recognition. Stag King, the voice scraping rust from silence. Your light carried her name to me. Will you help me find the rest of the story? You nod. Words unnecessary. Chapter 3. The Search for the Lost Dawn. He leads you northeast through corridors of cedar, following rose petals that shimmer briefly, then wink out. Breadcrumbs dropped by memory. At each petal, the man touches trunk or stone. Images flare. Silent home movie frames. A moonlit dance. Antlers and roses, two silhouettes twining. A promise sworn beneath falling plum blossoms. A battle of smoke and iron where the promise shattered. But no sound, no names. Petals flicker, fade. Your seed light steadies him. Each flare lasts longer, color richer, but they need voice. Through bracken, you reach a brook, the color of dusk. On its bank rests a stone harp strung with water threads. The man kneels, presses ear to strings. Silence. You kneel opposite. Your seed light glows into water. Threads ripple. Sing a single chord. E major. Sigh. Memory charges the air. Petals whirl. Settle on the harp. He plucks. Sound now bright, clear. Song pours, lyrics in a language, mixing bird song and Old Gaelic. Translation arrives inside your bones. If I forgot your name, let dawn carve it into my heart anew. With each line, petals fuse into ghostly figure, the rose-crowned queen, eyes closed, lips repeating the song. Moon sets, sun climbs, figure solidifies, breath fogging morning air. Chapter 5. Reunion and Release. Queen steps onto water, barefoot, light as a swan. Man rises, voice breaking with awe. Aloria. Name cracks sky wide open. Her eyes open, green depths heavy with centuries. The queen, smiling, tear bright, you followed the petals back. They meet midstream, water glows gold, foreheads touch, hearts sink. The beat audible like two merging drums. Your seed light dims, pleased, but story not done. The forest itself shivers. Roots rise, weaving arch over the pair, living cathedral. Choir of thrushes erupts, horns in distant hills answer. Oak throne in clearing flares. Beam of rose gold leaps skyward, punctures a single cloud. Petals rain gently across canopy. The couple turns, approaches you. Queen places rosewood antler shard in your palm, small, warm. And she says, a graft for your seed. Grow a new grove where hearts fear to open. She kisses your brow, cool, sweet sap. Man clasps shoulder, strength of mountains, tenderness of loam. They fade into morning haze, shapes dissolving into dear silhouettes, trotting north till light swallows them. Choir softens to single alto, humming motif of love remembered. Chapter 5. Returning lanterns. You stand alone, rose shard glowing in hand. Seed light flutters around it like hummingbird wings. Both merge, petal and glow become emerald ember, pulsing slow. Crickets resume faint day song. Air smells of new roses and cedar smoke. Love remembered is love renewed. The forest exhales lighter. Somewhere grass pushes aside stone, celebrating. Keep the emerald ember safe. Tuck it beneath ribs. Let it anchor future bloom. Listen. Leaves gossip of other hearts, other dreams. Some belong to wanderers like us. Letters unmailed, hopes unopened. The breeze carries whispers. We should read them. When the roses stop falling, petals cling to parchment. Someone has been writing to the trees again. Let's unfold their whispering pages. We arrive at listener dreams and letters of love and loss. Find a stump or a stone. Make it a reading chair. The emerald ember in your chest glows just enough to illuminate ink without harsh glare. The breeze has delivered 2 parchments, edges crisp, words blooming like lichen. Let's open the first. Letter 1. Roses in the orchard. I dreamed of my wife, gone 3 winters now, stood in an orchard no one planted. Every tree thick with red blooms, though snow lay on the furrows. She wore her gardening hat, dirt on her cheek. I ran to her. Each step raised petals instead of snow. She asked, if I was still singing the silly song we wrote about weeds. I nodded. Though waking, I'd forgotten the tune. She placed a rose in my coat pocket, whispered, "Sing anything. Love will fill in the melody." Dawn cracked the dream. I woke holding a red petal that melted to water on my palm. Grief plants secret orchards in the off-season. Love's rootstock ignores calendars. Perhaps sing any tune today. Trust petals to recall the rest. Letter 2. The out-of-the-season bloom. We cut down the old magnolia last year. Couldn't save it. I kept one branch, leaned it in the shed, meant to carve spoons, but never did. Last week, after a hard rain, I opened the shed. The dead branch had burst into white blossoms, fragrant as April, though it's November. I felt relief and sadness knot together. The petals lasted one day, fell to dust by morning. Is that love? Blooming so fiercely it forgets it's supposed to be dead? Yes, love can be that forgetful, that impolite to death. Magnolia memory, refusing burial. Take comfort, even dust smells faintly of flowers, once shaken free. Let's tuck these letters into the hollow of a cedar. Let sap seal them until some wanderer needs proof that blossoms cheat their calendars and songs finish themselves. Hear the rain beginning? Just mist, silver and quiet. Good. Mist softens footfalls as we step toward the emerald throne. The rain hushes conversation. The forest inhales your silence, grateful. Follow me. Moss gathers into a gentle seat. Dew crowns your brow. Time now to rest beneath the green throne and let Venus close our eyes in kindness. Moss has shaped itself into a throne just our size. No pomp, only softness. Lower yourself, feel green velvet breathe beneath you. Rain dots your shoulders, cool and clean. Dew gathers at your crown, a circlet of silver pearls. Close your eyes halfway. Watch the forest blur into emerald night. The emerald ember under your sternum steadies, warm, calm, awake. Each breath fans its glow, a shade brighter. Inhale. Feel roots thread from spine into soil, curling through loam, drinking memory of ancient rains. Exhale. Feel branches unfurling from your collarbones, reaching upward, greeting droplets as gifts. You are tree and traveler, throne and crowned. Imagine Venus herself stepping from the rain, robes woven of dawn mist and rose glow. She places a wreath of soft petals on your head. 5 petals, 5 points of her celestial rose. Each petal whispers a word as it settles. Tenderness, a drop of honey on your tongue. Courage, a thorn you do not fear to hold. Pleasure, a sigh escaping unashamed. Fertility of soil, of art, of possibility. Sovereignty, a gentle yes, a softer no. Feel them circle, pulse, integrate. Crown complete. We breathe with the crown 5 times. Inhale. Petal glows. Hold. Light hovers. Exhale. Light flows down. Spine, roots, sparkle. May every step you take beyond these trees leave a faint print of moss where asphalt awaits. May every word taste of ripe fig and honest soil. May your mirrors show you water rings, not fissures. Remember, love is relentless and patient in the same breath. Cracking stone, soothing sprouts, carry both talents gently. The circlet of petals dissolves into cool vapor. The emerald amber tucks small and steady behind your heart. Roots withdraw, leaving soil unbroken. Branches fold, leaving shoulders warm. Open your eyes fully. Rain is hushed. Air glints with aftermath light. A small path of dew-lit leaves leads back to waking life. Stand, bow to the throne, moss already knitting itself flat. As you turn, Venus's star reappears, day's last glimmer, a soft kiss on the horizon, promising return. This has been Dove and Serpent Radio, Episode 3, The Green Throne of Venus. Carry the forest in your pulse, the star on your tongue, and remember, love's roots run deeper than any fear. Until our paths cross beneath the branches again, farewell.